ambassador for the channel, and we're launching a reality show to find who cooks best in India. And it is a show called Food Maha Challenge, which is a contest between boys and girls, men and women. So
that'll be interesting.
Yeah. So there's one team which is Madhuri's team, and the other team is my team. So we are working on it, and we have done road shows in a few cities to start call for entries, and it's exciting times.
Well, on the subject of television, your viewers all over the world know you from Khanna, Khazana.
Correct.
As a matter of fact, the show is not just popular in India, but abroad as well.
That's correct.
A few years back on Darshan, we aired segments from it.
Okay.
So our association is also pretty close with Khanna, Khazana.
Now we have Food, where I do a show called Sanjeev Kapoor's Kitchen, and God willing, we'll have that on Darshan as well.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So how did you land the opportunity to host Khanna, Khazana?
This was something which came my way at that time. The producers who were handling that, they came and met me, and they wanted to get me on a show on cooking for just one episode. And they were talking to many other chefs, but then they shot with few chefs, about 8-10 of them, and they realized that I was the only chef who could cook, speak, smile, and explain and teach. And it has stayed like that for last 18 years. It's today the longest running television show.
I remember one particular segment that really caught my attention was when you cooked achari lal mas.
Wow.
When you have dishes with so much spice exposed to your Western consumers and audiences, what sort of reactions do you get from them?
Well, actually, this is something that I learned years ago when I was working in New Zealand, that most people try and cut down and tone down on spices. But if this is an informed choice that people make, if they want to eat Indian food, in their mind, they have already trained their mind that it is going to be spicy and hot. So at times, actually, they expect more spice level than what we Indians can also handle. Most people like the taste, but people who are beginning or who are starting with Indian food, it may be a little bit too much, and but our repertoire is so large that you can easily have dishes which are without any spice. You can have, people say Indian food is very hot, oily, spicy, but we can have full range of dishes, let's say everything steamed. So you can have a dhokla or a idli, which is completely steamed. You can have fish in Parsi style, patharani fish, again steamed. You can have sweet from Maharashtra, modak, completely steamed. So it's the opportunity that we have with foods from all over India is so great that we can actually please any palate. Very spicy to non-spicy, to fried to non-fried to steamed, everything.
Right. We had a chance to see a cooking demonstration by Mr. Sanjeev Kapoor of the dish Kolambi Kaju Curry. So please tell our viewers a little bit about that dish, the significance of it.
Oh, I think at Indic Heights it was great fun to cook Kolambi Kaju Curry. It is from Maharashtra, Western India. It has a beautiful coast, and this dish is a great combination of three things. Actually, small size shrimp, small to medium size, cashew nut, and tender coconut. So tender coconut is something that you may not get everywhere, but you can use normal fresh coconut instead. And actually in season, you would use fresh cashew with this. So it's a fantastic combination. It's a little spicy, but you can tone down the spices if you want, and works like magic.
So with all these dishes, do you tend to adhere to recipes that you learned, or do you enjoy improvising a little bit with all of them?
Oh, I think it's no fun keeping to the same recipe unless you add your touch. It's no fun. I find it boring. Actually, my wife, I don't know whether she complains or she likes, but I don't cook a dish twice. So even if there is something which I like cooking, next time I cook it, I would add something to it, just to surprise myself. So no matter what, there are times that people say, "Oh, we want this the way you had done it last time." I said, "That's boring." It's like asking M.F. Hussain paint the same painting. Would he do it? No, he would not.
During your travels, you've had the opportunity to interact with the other well-known chefs around the world, such as Rachel Ray.
Right.
During your interactions with all these world chefs, what have you noticed about the exchange of culinary ideas between the East and the West? Has there been something in particular that you took away from what they taught you, or that they took away from what you showed them?
I think the one of the biggest things that I would say that both of us pick from each other between East and the West is that in our cooking there's a lot of complexity, and there are different layers that are there, and you create a dish with different layers. In a single dish you may add 10 to 15 different spices and herb, and maybe at times contrasting in flavor, texture and taste, and yet you come up with a dish which is stunning. So that complexity is our uniqueness. Whereas in the West, people work with subtleties, and they work with their spices and herbs in isolation. They would, in one dish, if they are adding tarragon, they would not add anything else. So I think that is what surprises me, that how can you have something which is so at times so bland, yet subtle, and yet very striking. And I think they like our ability to add so many things and not yet confuse a dish.